Welcome back to what Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is an IS-7, it's a tier 10 Soviet heavy tank. It's located on the south spawn of steppes and it's under the command of Marybanks of REBRN. And in this battle, she's in platoon with Zoe Balls in the Batchat 25 ton and Fluffy Little Kitten in the Object 261. Game started. Well, you've probably seen Marybanks a lot on the Twitch TV. She actually has her own Twitch channel, but she does watch a lot of streams from other streamers, and so she does make a regular appearance in chat, and I think many of you will have come across her at one time or other. Now, she does play a lot of tanks, and of different types as well. And she's getting very, very good at some of these tanks as well. And this is one of those occasions. She sent this replay into me. The IS-7 is the top of the tree, and it's a difficult tank to play. Now, it's got a 13cm howitzer, 13cm gun as its main armament, 490 Alpha, penetrating 250mm with standard AP, and 303 with premium. And she's got some opposition down here. It's an E75. She's lining up a shot. Trying to work out where to put it. Yep. Didn't penetrate on that occasion. I think it was just unlucky, I think. She's got a fairly long reload. 11.56. Pulls back. But pulls forward again because she's got another shot. And again she didn't pen. And that's very surprising. Two shots that should have gone in and they didn't. I think he had his lower plate very well angled. Oh, no. Mary, stop. That is an E100. She bounced around from the E100, but the 257 managed to get one in. And I'm not sure where... Oh, it went through lower plate. It was a heat round. So she's going to return the favour, I think, in his direction. Now, that E75 is making its way around the rocks. Now, Marybanks does have some support. She's got a T10 behind her, just in case that E75 comes around to her left. But I think she's trying to get a shot through the front plate of that E100. The T10's firing at him as well. She pulls forward. Oh, he's definitely looking in this direction. And there's the E75. He's suddenly appeared. So Marybanks is now going to aim in his direction. She gets one in. 193, but loses 449. And I think that may have been another shot through the lower plate. The E75's taking damage from somebody else. It's the Jagdtiger behind Marybanks. She bounces around for 490. Very nice. Pulls back. And there goes the E75. Killed by the Jagdtiger. So now she's just got the E100. The 257 is a little further away. Good shot. 118. Not a huge amount of damage, but now she's got a T30 to contend with as well. She's nicely angled. He's fired. He's got a long reload. And here's the 257. And she finally gets one back on him, but he gets one on her for 424. And I think that was another heat round fired in her direction. Yes, it was a heat round, 424. And Marybanks is now firing HE at the E100. She's not firing the APCR. I think she's trying to minimize her costs on this. But she's still doing very well. She's blocked 1.4k. She's gotten 1,000 of assistance because she was spotting the enemy tanks that Jagdtiger took down. She's holding this corner. She's got the assistance of the T10, and now the 257's coming into view. She pulls forward to get a shot to his side. Lovely, 200 hit points. Not a full roll, but it still does some damage. She did take a shot, another heat round, I'm afraid. But now she's got the side of the E100. She puts one into him, 228. She's still firing the HE. She should be firing the APCR or the AP. She's unlocked it, goes for the tracks. Yep, tracked him. 198. Now the Jagdtiger can come around the corner and deal some real serious damage. And he does some huge damage. Mary, lock those tracks. She does it. 212. Nice shot. Unfortunately, she loses another 521. She's now one shot. But that E100 is also a one-shot, and he's about to be assassinated by the T10 behind him. And there he goes. And Marybanks gets a shot as well. So they've killed the enemy tanks around this side. There's only a Guerrilla 15 somewhere in the vicinity. Mary's done a very good job here. And you can see the turret of one of those tanks has blown off. I think that's the 257. A T30 was taken out as well. Unfortunately, our team on the other side of the map are not doing as well as Marybanks is. It looks to me like the Guerrilla 15's pulled away, because if he hadn't, he would have been engaging them by now, and he just hasn't bothered to. The Yak Tigers decided to go back the other way to support the Cap. And Fluffy Little Kitten's still around the other side. Zoe, unfortunately, has died, so we didn't see what actually happened when she did go down, but you can see some of the damage that Marybanks took. There's a heat round that went in there. There's another heat round, some bounces off her front plate and off her side plates. So well angled. She did do some nice angling. There's still... Oh, there's 4 enemy tanks left now. And, well, there's none near her, as far as we can make out. It looks like most of them are... Oh, there's the Gorilla! And he just fluffed his shot. I think he fired at Marybanks, and he's very low on hit points. One shot will be enough, and he's got a long reload. Marybanks, lock on and blast him away. Don't leave it too long, because he will reload. And he's gone down. The T10 took him. So Marybanks is now free to move into the Cap and force the enemy to come back. Oh, don't think he wanted to knock down the camp, but I suppose it will act as extra extra camouflage. Well, the enemy's capping the other end, but I think that's a bit of a mistake, because we've got a Yag Tiger. The T10's going south to reset the cap. Their T54 lightweight's been spotted. It looks like he might be coming this direction. I wonder if he's coming up to reset, but he may have spotted the T10 and suddenly realised, no, that would be a bit of a mistake to head north, because the Yak Tiger will definitely get a shot into him. So it means that the enemy tank that's capping is probably their Jaegeru. And there's a big enough difference between the caps for Marybanks to win. So if we get a reset, we've definitely won. But even if they don't get a reset, Marybanks might still win, because the enemy neglected to come back and do a reset themselves. We lost the Yag Tiger. The T10, we need him to get a reset, but it's not absolutely essential. Marybanks is... the T54 is coming up behind you. Oh, and he didn't pen. He didn't pen. And that has given Marybanks the Spartan. She's bounced another round from him. She's now got a steel wall if she survives this game. She's waggling. She's waggling. Keep waggling. She's done it. And she bounces another round from the T54. She capped out to win. Excellent game, Mary. Excellent game. What a funny end to the game. Bouncing 3 rounds from a T54 lightweight right at the end. That was amazing. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's a second class tanker for Marybanks in the IS-7, but she won the game for her team because she stayed in the cap and capped out to win. She managed to get a shell proof for blocking more damage than the hit points of her own vehicle, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. She got 5 exactly, but these are the important ones. She got a Spartan medal. With less than 10% of her hit points left, she bounced not 1 round, not 2, but 3 rounds from that T54 lightweight to retain the cap and win the game. He also gave her a steel wall during that battle as well, because she received at least 11 hits, blocked at least 1,000 hit points of damage, and of course she picked up the Invader because she managed to cap out, getting at least 80 capture points in the process. In fact, she got the whole 100, and her win rate for the game was 1,574. So very well played by Marybanks of REBRN, very well played indeed. Let's have a look at the team score. She didn't get the highest damage in the game. No, that went to the Jagdtiger, who got 4,523 hit points of damage. But unfortunately, he did go down in the end to that T-54 lightweight, I think it was. Was it Stefas who killed him? And Stefas, oh, it was the Leopard prototype who got him in the end. But the next high scorer was, in fact, actually the Wizzy 111 Model 5A on the enemy team, got 4,220 hit points. And after that, it was the T10 with 4,104. He didn't survive the battle either. Mary was the last one alive on her team, but she still won it for the team against 3 enemy tanks. The T-54 lightweight, he actually got a Confederate as well. Surprisingly, he actually got a medal, but he just couldn't pen Mary right at the end, and she was waggling for all of her life, and she won it by waggling. So well done for Waggles. So Marybanks managed to get 2,293 hit points of damage. She was just beaten by Fluffy, who managed to get 2,378 hit points of damage, and Zoe managed 1,476. When it came to kills, well, yeah, the top scorer was the Jaegeru on the enemy team with 4 kills. Then came the Jagdtiger and the T10 with 3 apiece. Marybanks didn't get any kills at all during the game, unfortunately for her, but she did put the effort in, and we can see that Zoe Balls managed to get 1 kill, Fluffy got 2. When it came to base XP, it was the Jagdtiger who managed to get the most, 1,095 for him, 911 for the T10, 902 for Marybanks. And we can also see that Fluffy managed to get 588 and Zoe 548. Marybanks fired 13 rounds in that game. She got 13 direct hits and 1 penetration. Splash damage on 10 as well. She did fire some HE rounds. 2,293 hit points of damage, of which 480 were at more than 300 meters. She received 14 hits from the enemy in the end, 5 of which were penetrations, 9 non-penetrations, including those last 3 shots from the T-54 lightweight. She blocked damage of 3,450 hit points in total, a huge total, and that's why she deserved the steel wall, was the most damage blocked. 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 3 enemy vehicles damaged, 2,566 hit points of damage assistance, and she managed to get the 100 cap points to win the game. 57,128 credits from the game, and after repair and ammunition resupply took away 18,858 credits profit. She got 7 bonds for the awards, and 1,353 XP times 2 for the first victory took away 2,706 altogether. She says, who said I couldn't be playing again? Well, she certainly proved that she can handle the IS-7, and although she didn't kill any enemy tanks, that waggling at the end was world-class waggling, because the T-54 just could not get a shot in the right place to get a pen and reset the cap. So well done, Mary. You've proved that you can do it, and she can handle the IS-7 to win the game. So if you enjoyed that replay, and I certainly did, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. You can see more replays like this and people having really great games. Thanks for watching.